Hello there everyone. Well, this has been a great group stage, wasn't it? The fact that Liquid and Sen got eliminated and no Chinese team in the playoffs is very surprising to me, and I'm very excited to see the rest of the teams in playoffs. We've got some good high quality games, we got some bad quality games in the group stage, but I think every team here on out is going to give us a banger game each time. So I'm very excited to the playoff, and let's start with Fnatic versus DRX. I believe DRX, similar maybe to MIBR, are good in only two maps, which is Abyss and Corrode, that they had time to work on. I think Fnatic also have a map pool problem, but I think it's worse for DRX, and although DRX have shown to be very capable in bind, I believe that Fnatic is going to take the W here. Next, we have PaperX versus G2, and spoiler alert, I think this is also going to be the grand final. But for this match, I believe that PaperX will lose to G2. I'm confident that G2 now have figured out what they want to achieve with their comps and choices they make. I think that PaperX haven't been really tested in the group stage, and maybe this is going to bite them. But for this game, I believe that G2 is going to win against PaperX. Team Heretics versus MIBR. As I've said about DRX, I think it's the most true about MIBR, that only Corrode and Abyss have looked good for them, and maybe a bit of a Haven against Bilibili, but not really that impressive to me that they won this map against them. And I'm going with Team Heretics, that have been looking good, have been looking sharp, and I think they have a good matchup against MIBR. Moving on to Energy versus Giant X. I believe that the dark horse of the tournament is going to come from this game. Either Energy or Giant X are going to make it to top 4, and in my opinion at least top 4. And actually, with how the bracket shaped up, maybe losing this game is better for the overall way to get to at least top final 4, which is kind of crazy to me. But Energy vs Giant X, I think Energy are going to win this, and Giant X will lose this match to them, mainly because Energy have been looking very sharp, very good. But I don't think you should be too worried if you are Giant X, because the matchup in the lower bracket is very favorable to them, and maybe winning this and facing Heretics and then facing another strong team could be very problematic for the winner of this match. So I'm going to say that Energy are winning against Giant X, but I think that it is going to be very favorable to Giant X, which I'm going to pick to win against MIBR, because I think MIBR does have a problem with the map pool, as I've said, and Giant X are looking like the better team, definitely. So I'm going to pick Giant X. And PaperX, DRX, I think this is a no contest. I think PaperX are going to win against DRX. Moving on to the upper semifinals, Fnatic versus G2. Two similar teams, very defaulty, very control based of the game like hit teams. And I think G2 just currently in the better form than Fnatic. Fnatic, as I've said, against DRX, they have a map pool problem, and against DRX maybe it won't show, but against G2 I believe they are going to lose this game, and the problems are going to surface up for Fnatic. So G2 will win this game. And next, Team Heretics vs Energy. I think they're favorite against either Energy or Giant X, but maybe specifically because Energy will win their game against Giant X, I think they are going to lose against Team Heretics, that are looking better and better, looking sharper with each game. And even though Energy are good, and looking better as long as we see them play. I believe that Team Heretics will win this game. Next, NRG versus Paper X. It is very interesting, as I've said, that the lower bracket, if you lose between NRG and Giant X, maybe you'll get a better run to make it to the top 4, because after facing Team Heretics, which I believe either of those teams will lose, then we get NRG playing Paper X, or if it was Giant X playing Paper X, and I think Paper X are gonna win against both of them no matter what. And it is kinda crazy because I think they both have a good chance against Fnatic, and Paper X winning this against NRG, I think that is what's going to happen. And the other match, we have Fnatic vs Giant X, which probably most people would say Fnatic will win, but I'm going Giant X because of the form that they look in. Fnatic has their problem a bit, and I believe that Giant X can make the surprise and be kind of the dark horse of Paris, just like Wolves were for Toronto. But unfortunately, they are facing Paper X in the lower round 3, and I believe Paper X are just a better team than Giant X. I think will be out-fragging them most of the time, and Giant X, I think they are going to get lost a bit in the aggressiveness of Paper X, as we've seen in the group stage, that it is a rematch from the group stage, and I think Paper X will just be fully in control throughout most of the match, if not all of it. Upper final, G2 versus Team Heretics. This is a very tough matchup. I am completely split about this, and it is a 50-50 in my opinion. Team Heretics and G2 both have good map pools, both have great players, great teamwork. I believe that G2 will win this. I mean, it is very tough to call. I think Team Heretics can easily win this grand final and win champs overall, but I believe the G2 will win this. Maybe because of Team Heretics slump during playoff in EMEA, I'm gonna say that maybe it could happen here again, and maybe they're gonna run on empty, even though this is the most peak the season is gonna get. I'm going to say that Heretics will fall short against G2. Moving on to the lower final, I believe Paper X are going to take down Team Heretics in a best of 5. I believe that maybe the map pool isn't the best right now, definitely compared to Heretics, but I think they are going to frag out the way to victory, and Team Heretics, maybe they'll reach their peak here and what they will be able to achieve, and maybe the roof is just a bit too low for them to win against Paper X currently, which leave us in the grand final of Paper X versus G2. I believe this is going to be a very explosive final and very hype final, and I believe that with the double ban that G2 will be able to force bound Paper X, that the Paper X will have to be able to play Abyss and Corrode, and we haven't seen them play that. So I am a bit worried about Paper X, and I believe G2 will be able to take it over the line, especially with the double ban, and Paper X will definitely struggle if they don't have a double ban and they have to play the weaker maps, because on the best maps they're the best in the world, but overall map pool, I think G2 are going to be able to find the gaps and win the game. So these have been my thoughts about the playoffs. I'm very excited to see them play out. Yes, there could be a dark horse between Giant X and NRG. I don't believe they're gonna be a top 3 like Wolves were, but I am very excited to see the rest of the games play out and enjoy the end of the season. So, thank you for watching and see you next time.